beautiful guest on the sofa with me today. This is Lia Aquila. We've known each other for a few years, so we're going to talk about the amazing stuff that she's got going on and her journey and why she's passionate about doing what she does. She is the founder of Rawfest, so that's what we're going to be talking about, amongst other things. Thank you for being here, Lia.
Thank you for inviting me.
So I know you've had such a powerful journey over a few years, and you've really brought yourself from a situation that was just almost like life-threatening, and really, you know, you was so down, and you've completely changed your life using raw food. So can you tell us a bit about what happened to you all those years ago and how you've changed yourself?
Well, I was already vegan, but quite an unhealthy vegan, and I was going through a huge stress in my life. And the combination of that, just I started getting lots of symptoms. And I kept going to the doctors and finding lots of things, you know, what was wrong with me. And they couldn't find out what was wrong. I had all the symptoms of primary progressive MS, and the doctors also thought I might have a brain tumour. I was 2.5 stone overweight, and my symptoms were getting worse all the time. Like I was blacking out, I couldn't really move my left leg, I couldn't, like my walking was getting worse and worse. And I was just getting like quite desperate about what to do. And the doctors eventually said, we don't know what's wrong with you, all your tests come back negative, and you know, we don't know what to do, we can't do anything for you, goodbye. So in my head I was just like, well, sod you, I'm going to get myself better. And I was already kind of in the complementary natural health industry already, so I just kind of knew that I was getting myself better. And I'd heard about raw food before, about curing cancer and diabetes and things like that, so I thought, well, if other people have done it, then I'm sure it can help me too. So I started researching, investigating. I managed to find someone who said, yeah, you're just completely, you know, nutrient deficient in certain things, this is what you need. And yeah, just changed my life around.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some of those photos that you posted showing what you was like before, and that's incredible that doctors actually say, yeah, we don't know what's wrong with you, just give up.
Yeah, it was totally just like, well, that's it, here's a wheelchair, go away.
Yeah, and they expect you to just live on medication or something.
Yeah, totally. That's all they could offer.
Yeah, wow, I mean, it just shocks me when you hear the medical community are like that.
Definitely.
Yeah, so you went away and you've done your own research, and how did that all come about? How did you notice that it was making a difference for you?
Well, instantly I started juicing. I cut out things like sugar and gluten as well. That made a massive difference. And I just kind of like trial and error really. I just tried lots of different things. Some things didn't make me feel very good and some things didn't. And I just kind of like working intuitively what felt good for my body. I did lots of chia seeds. I found lots of superfoods like chia seeds. Coconut oil really helped. I think that really helped to rebuild my nervous system. And just generally just alkalizing my body. I did lots of research on YouTube. I found a few books that kind of helped, but I didn't really know what was going on, but I kind of like just investigated myself and felt a lot better. And then within 7 months I did my first triathlon with no symptoms. I lost 2.5 stone of weight and yeah, literally no symptoms at all.
Wow, 7 months, a triathlon.
Yes.
So, anyone who doesn't know, what is a triathlon?
A triathlon is when you do a swim, a bike ride and then a run.
Wow, and how many miles?
The first one I think was quite a short one, but it's like swimming 1/2 mile, biking 5 miles, and then you run 2 miles.
Wow, and that was after 7 months. Yeah. That is just. And what did the doctors think about?
I didn't go back to them. Someone asked me the other day actually.
Okay.
And I said I should have gone back to you and go, look,
Yeah.
look what happened, but I didn't. I never went back.
So they never knew how wrong they were. Wow.
And that's why I changed. I was thinking, when I did it, I was like, wow, this is amazing. But then I felt really angry. I just thought, oh my God, there's so many people who do end up in wheelchairs and do end up, you know, just going along the pill route of thinking, oh, that's it, I've just had to accept this illness.
Yeah.
Or end up dying because of it. And so that's when I was like, right, I have to spread this word and help other people. And so that's why I trained as a raw food chef and as a coach, and started doing lots of workshops and events and stuff to try and spread the message that people can help themselves as well and feel better. Even if they haven't got anything wrong, they can still feel better by eating naturally and understanding food, rather than just listening to, oh, here's what drug you need.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow. So you started Rawfest because of that? Yeah.
So I love festivals.
Yeah.
And I was already thinking about what events I can do, and I really love festivals, but festivals like notoriously really unhealthy. And so I was thinking, well, how do you combine, you know, something you really enjoy and music and just relaxation with good food? And then I'd heard about another like raw food festival in Sweden, and I was like, oh, that's amazing. Why isn't there anything like this in the UK? But combine it more like an English festival with lots of music and bands and fun and yoga and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's when Rawfest was born.
Yeah, and how many years ago was the first Rawfest?
4 years.
4 years. So this year is the fourth one, bigger and better every year.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So what is on the agenda for Rawfest this year?
Oh, loads of different things. We have a new gaming area, which is going to be really good fun.
Mm.
There's loads of amazing bands. We've got an amazing programme of expert speakers. We've got workshops, lots of yoga, massage. It's an incredible location. There's loads of kids stuff going on. We even have a dog show as well.
Yeah.
So fun for everybody.
Yeah, I love that. So what would you say to people to try and convince them, or try and say to them why the raw food or the vegan lifestyle is a good thing to follow?
It just makes you feel really good, and it's not just about the food. That's why the festival is so important, to show all these different aspects of it. Yes, the food is quite important, but it's really important to love your body, to stretch, to dance, to move, and to have a really good connection with other people. But the food generally, by itself, we have so many toxins in our environment all the time. And food generally, the nutritional content's going down all the time because of over-farming and because of pesticides. Actually, the food that we have is actually getting worse and worse for us.
Yeah.
So that's why it's even more important to pick the natural, the organic, the fresher food as possible that's going to give us the nutrition, rather than eating a lot of food that's completely nutrient devoid, and we end up being overfed and undernourished, which is a really common problem for. That's why people are getting so sick.
Yeah, that's a good point, isn't it? Yeah, I know there's all these statistics now, isn't there, about actually all these children in the Western world that are really like malnourished.
Absolutely, yeah.
You would wonder, how does that even happen?
Well, for a start, they're eating way too much sugar, and sugar generally, and like white carbohydrates can actually deplete your body because they raise your adrenal glands, and you actually end up depleting yourself. But also, there's no nutrients in it. So as well as actually depleting your body, there's actually nothing in them anyway. So they're not actually eating anything fresh.
Yeah, it's like plastic food, isn't it, really?
It's not real food.
Yeah, it's not real food. And also about the wheat, I heard a thing on the Gluten Summit some while ago that said that the wheat today actually has 45% more gluten in than it did in the 50s.
Yeah.
Because of the over-farming and all the aggressive, the GM cropping over, and
Exactly.
so even when you're trying to get like good wheat, it's got so much gluten in, so that's why more people are becoming gluten intolerant.
Absolutely, and also because people are getting very stressed, and
Yeah.
environment toxicity as well, because if your body's very, very stressed, you become more sensitive to things. So it's a combination of that, but definitely need to go for as natural wheat as possible, or ideally wheat-free.
Yeah.
It's much, much better for you. Even people who really don't have a gluten intolerance feel better when they don't eat it.
Yeah, absolutely. I know that's my experience of actually swapping over to gluten-free bread and gluten-free products, that it's just made such a difference, even though I was tested for being a celiac, mostly because I said to the doctor that I felt much better doing gluten-free, and that lots of the symptoms that I was having had gone because I was now gluten-free. So he said, oh, well, we'll just check to see if you're a celiac just in case.
Right. You need to, yeah.
Bit horse, bolt, cart, whatever. Right, yeah, it's a bit too late for that. Doesn't really matter. But it's interesting, isn't it, that they have to try and label you. Yeah. I think the medical community can learn so much. Yeah. So when people come along to the festival, is it a day thing, a night thing? I know there's camping going on over a few days.
Yeah, it's 3 days, so people normally arrive on the Friday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, there's things going on. People can camp, or they can just come for the day.
Yeah. So tell us some of the highlights of the festival.
Oh my god, there's so many things going on.
Yeah, I'm so excited because I'm going to the festival, so I can't wait myself.
It's really amazing. I'm so excited about all of it. I think the music in particular is incredible.
Yeah.
And the speakers, we've got some real expert speakers coming, some from America, to give their advice and share their knowledge. So it's really exciting.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of things that I've just picked up on from looking at the programme. one morning Gloryville.
Yes.
Yes.
Amazing. Sunday morning.
On a Sunday morning.
Yeah.
The other thing that I saw was the from the Wild Food Cafe giving a talk.
Yeah. Talk outside.
Yes. Yeah. And the third thing that I was super excited about was the screening of Amy.
Yes.
Yeah, that's going to be incredible as well.
Yeah. There's going to be lots of conscious films on all weekend.
Yeah, so conscious films, and I loved it. It's a conscious living event.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, green and clean in every way.
Yeah, beautiful. So where is the venue that it's at?
It's in the New Forest.
Yeah.
The Pywell Park, which is next to Leamington. And it's just a magical location. It's full of trees. It's right next to the sea. The lakes nearby. It's just really amazing.
Yeah.
Get a real good nature recharge.
Yeah. So you're around nature, and there's all that healing going on. So the healing of the festival, the healing of nature. It's a real decompression, isn't it, from everyday life? Yeah. See, I read the website. I know that. Right. I love the catchphrase, decompression from everyday life. Yeah, so excited about that. So apart from the whole Rawfest thing that you do, what else do you do with your life? What is your normal thing that you do every day?
What other raw food kind of related things I do with
Yeah.
classes? So teaching people how to kind of just introduce small amounts of raw food into their diet, how to eat more intuitively, how to basically just feel better, but with minimal. People don't have to change their diets, they're completely raw food, they can just choose and pick. It's more understanding food and understanding how it affects your body.
Yeah.
I also do healing meditation classes as well, so run retreats where you have the whole career, and I'm also a practitioner as well, so I do healing, massage, lymph drainage.
Yeah.
So all to do with feeling good naturally.
Yeah. I think it's really important to teach people about how they can incorporate some raw food into their diet or change slightly, so people know that they don't have to go completely like that.
It's not even thinking raw, but it's more thinking just fresh living foods that have got the most nutrients in it, rather than thinking, well, it has to be raw.
Yeah, because I think that sort of puts people off sometimes when they think, wow, I'm not sure I can really do that, because I know I've had that thought before. But it's just really about looking at how you can change the balance in your diet, isn't it?
But also understanding that you can have amazing things, that you don't have to eat salad all the time. And smoothies. You can have cheesecakes and chocolates and all sorts of amazing goodies that can be made out of fresh and raw ingredients that taste amazing, which are actually good for you.
Yeah.
Rather than feeling left out. Because when I first started, I got a bit bored to begin with, and that's why I learned to train as a chef as well. Because I just got a bit bored of salads and smoothies and juices. It's nice, but after a while I get a bit bored. And I was getting a bit depressed, like, oh god, so I can never have cheesecake again, or I can never have, all the nice little treats. And so obviously you don't eat like that all the time, but it's nice to have a treat occasionally. So it's something really amazing. Gorgeous that you can make.
Yeah, yes, they always look good in photos. Yeah, I do. I do sort of wonder to myself, because I'm on a transition of vegetarian now. I know when I spoke to you before, I'd removed processed sugar and all these things, but just from being in the environment that I am now, and being around a lot of vegetarians and mostly vegans actually, that has sort of taken me into that vegetarian lifestyle, and strangely not even missing meat at all, because I wasn't eating it anyway, and then realised that I wasn't eating it, and then thought, I might as well just be a vegetarian if I'm not actually eating it anyway. But I think it's the psychological aspect now, isn't it, of saying, well, I'm not eating it anymore. Yeah, so it's an interesting journey for people to go on, and I think it has to be done in small sort of sections.
Yeah, I mean, I've done it myself where I've gone pretty extreme, from being completely raw and then eating cooked food again and then completely raw again, and it's not easy for your body to kind of do that transition. So I always suggest people just do it gradually, makes it more sustainable, unless you have a big illness or something when you have to kind of really make a big change. But if you want to make it sustainable, is to do it gradually. And also, don't be het up too much on labels, because sometimes they're like, oh, what are you? You want to put you into a box. The society wants you to label, and that's it. You can only eat that thing because you're this. But it's just a journey. It's always about what what does your body feel good, and if you eat something that's not so good, don't worry about it. Don't feel guilty about it, just kind of eat better the next day. It's just a journey of deciphering what kind of foods work for you, what don't work for you. You know, it's just a long journey, but just really listening to your body.
Yeah.
Because animals have this innate ability, if they feel sick, they go out and eat certain things, or if they don't feel very well, they won't eat for a while. And we've just kind of like lost that kind of intuition about what to eat and to feel better in our bodies.
Yeah, that's an important point, isn't it?
Yeah, if we don't feel good, what do? Go to the doctors and get a pill.
Yeah.
Rather than going, maybe I need a cleanse, or maybe I need to nourish myself with something, you know, nutritionally missing in my diet, and I need extra things, or I'm craving something weird, maybe I need something extra, or, you know, really in tuning into your body. That's why I do meditations with people, like really getting in tune with what is it that my body needs right now. And everyone's very different. Like some people say, what do you eat? It's like, well, don't worry about what I eat. What do you need to eat? You know, my body's very different to yours. You know, we're on very different journeys. So, you know, it's really important to listen to your own body. Everyone's very, very different.
Yeah.
Diets obviously just don't work. It's like, this person did this and lost this much weight. It's like, it's great for them, but it's not probably going to work for somebody else in the same way. And is it sustainable as well? You know, yes, you might lose weight or feel better to begin with. Like some people do juice fast and cleanse it, and they feel really good. But then what happens when they go back to normal food and feel really rubbish again, and kind of go back into the same cycles? So I try and make things sustainable as much as possible.
Yeah, that's a good point, isn't it, about dieting? Yeah, so many people do that, crash diet, and it all comes off, and then actually they don't really stick to it.
Yeah, and that's worse for your body, I think.
Yeah.
You know, gradually changing your diet.
Absolutely, yeah. And the funny thing about the labels is I don't. Someone asked me a little while ago, "Are you a vegetarian?" I said, "No, I just don't eat meat." Well, you're a vegetarian. No.
It's accidental. If you want to label me like that, you can.
Not really. I was like, not really. Yeah.
You don't have to be anything. You can just say, this is what naturally I want to eat right now. It might change. You know? You know?
Yeah, interesting. So if people wanted to find out about Rawfest, to buy tickets and find out what's going on, what do they need to do?
The website is rawfest.co, and it's also on Facebook as well, so you type in Rawfest, it will come up.
Yeah.
And you can book your tickets to either camp for the weekend, and or you can also come for the day as well.
Yeah, and that's on the 14th,
15th and 16th of August.
14th, 15th, 16th of August 2015. Only a couple of weeks away, very soon. So excited for that. And if people wanted to find out about more you and contact you, or interested in the work that you do, what would they have to do for that?
My website is liaaquila.com, and also on Facebook as well, Lia Aquila.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Any other wisdom that you want to share with us right now?
Go organic.
Organic.
Rawfest is organic, and the less pesticides, the better.
Yeah, that's
wherever possible. And it's not more expensive than most people think. And even if
it
is, it's not by very much. But if you go for like local farms, delivery companies, that kind of stuff, it's much better. The organic food in supermarkets is still better, but it's still not that great. So ideally go for like local farm shops. And a little tip as well, like you can go for unsprayed. Just means it is organic, but they can't label it organic because the certification costs a huge amount, so some farms can't afford to do that.
Right.
So if you go for unsprayed local things, it's much, much better.
Oh, that's a good tip. I didn't know that. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah, because that's something that I'm also working on is, organic.
It's more important, I think, than doing anything else to begin with. A really good transition to go organic. They did a test with a family in Sweden, I think it was, and after a week, their pesticide levels went down by about 90%.
Wow.
So just think how many pesticides you're eating and not eating organic.
Yeah. And
not to mention that non-organic food is also more likely to be genetically modified and changed and dabbled and things with as well. So it's going to have less nutrition in it, definitely.
Yeah. Wow. That's really great. Thanks for the information. So everyone, wow, just full of so much learning and information, and Lia's journey is just so incredible. So get yourself down to Rawfest. I'll be there with Global Love Letters, sharing the love, doing lots of amazing things and finding out more stuff about raw food. So thanks for watching, and if you want more inspirational conversations like this, subscribe to the channel. And until next time, goodbye.
Okay.